Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Well, I got the battery tender hooked up. Sort of temporary, but it's all with number 10 gauge wire and everything. As far as wiring goes, it's good and solid. And you can see the battery tender's on the left. My PWM is on the right. We got some sun and clouds, so we'll get a pretty good indication of what goes on. Now see, the battery tender just quit altogether. The other one's still making, what, 3.5 amps? You can see the solar panels are right out there. They're both headed the same direction. Okay, decided to come back on. The battery voltage is at 12.6. Okay, so the PWM is up to 20 amps, 21, 22, and the battery tender is only at 15. There, it just shut off again. And the PWM is still going. And the inverter just fan come on it. We'll let her go for a while and I'll be back. Alright, sun come back out to stay for a while. And the PWM's what, 22? And the Battery Tender MPP is 18. That's pretty discouraging. It's got what, 16 in and 18 out. Okay, between the wind's making a little and the water wheel's making some, and the two solar panels, we're back at what, 43 amps, 44. So it's been probably a couple of minutes at this staying right here. So I would think if this thing needed some time to make its adjustments, it would have done it by now. Getting a couple little clouds in the way again. Look at that, that one shut right off. And the MP, or the PWM is still charging. Okay, now it decided to go again. The sun's coming back out. Going back. I don't know. Doesn't seem right to me. both doing about 3 amps right now. Got another cloud. See if we get another clear spot here in a bit. Okay, the sun's out. Battery voltage is 13.1. The PWM is still charging 21 amps. Nope, that one just decided to come back on. Now I don't know why that thing thinks that the voltage is at 14.2. It's at 13.7. And I checked all the connections. They're tight. Nothing's getting warm. Like you say, they're all number 10 wire. We're at 20 amps on the PWM and 16 on the MPPT. And I switched it from standard to the lithium setting just to see if it would make any difference. And it doesn't seem to have. I think I'll switch it to AGM and we'll see what it does. Yeah, switched it to AGM. Let's see how long it takes it. There it comes. And that's worse yet. Switch it back to standard. It's back to lead acid, or what they call standard. Okay, I'm going to take a few minutes and put my PWM back in, and I'll show you that one. Okay, sun's still shining. I got the my old PWM put back in. I'm going to turn it on. Okay, as you can see, they're almost identical. Battery voltage is up 14. Here comes the cloud. Now the other one would have shut off. It's still charging, what, 3 amps? So in my case, looks like the PWM is a better choice for me. Either that one is defective or poor design or something. I'm not sure, but it doesn't benefit my situation. So that's my findings with the Battery Tender 30 amp MPPT charge controller. It's not for me. So if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Hopefully some of you will get some good information from this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Well, I did get a little better performance out of it. I reconfigured my solar panels for 24 volts. So now you can see the input amperage is, what, around 8. And we are getting 20 amps now. But it still keeps dropping out every once in a while, and the other one keeps right on the going. So we got 20 amps there, and we got 20 amps up here. So we're getting the same performance by reconfiguring the input voltage to 24 instead of 12. So it likes to see a higher input voltage. But like I say, every once in a while it'll just drop right down to nothing. And the other one is still charging 20 amps. So I don't quite understand that part of it. So I guess in the end I'll let you guys draw your conclusion, but because of that keeps just cutting right off every once in a while, I think I'm going to stick with my PWM. Okay, well, I thought as long as I'm playing, so I went back up and put all 4 of the solar panels in series. So we now have 65, 66 volts coming in. We got 5 amps on the input and 20 amps on the output. I'm watching it here, and you can see for some reason it wants to just drop out every once in a while. Of course, now that I want to show it to you, it's not going to do it, is it? Nope, there it goes. Well, it says the battery voltage is what, 13.4? And then it comes back on and it just drops off. My PWM is nice and steady. So, you know, I finally did get it to perform the same by increasing the input voltage, but this going on and off thing is not good. So I'm still going to say this one isn't for me. Now the video's over. Okay, I lied again. It's not over. I decided to give this a try on my EP Ever MPPT controller. So I just swung the wires over to it, unhooked it from my water wheel, and I'm getting, what, 22.9? And it doesn't shut down like the other one. Let me turn on a little more load. And the PWM is still hanging in there at 20. So I'll say it again. Video's over.